A good day to everyone. Our topic is all about acceptability of dairy milk as a soap. Let's proceed with the introduction. Cow milk is as excellent for the skin as it is for the body because it is nutrient-rich and enriched with the best substances. Using soap made from cow milk is comparable to the returning to your roots and using time-tested skincare techniques that have been used for millennia and over all the world. The vitamins B12 and D, as well as the minerals folate and selenium, are found in cow's milk soap and are essential for the skin's renewal and regeneration. Without a doubt, cow milk is one of the best and purest ingredients. In our culture, cow milk is a tried and true item that has long been recommended for skin treatment. Cow milk hydrates the skin deeply and nourishes all skin types, leaving it soft and smooth. It lessens the likelihood of contracting an infection. The majority of allergens that damage the skin are absent from cow milk. It reveals the peeling process and works best on dry skin.
Cow milk products are good for our health and skins. It have lots of benefits. Many people are using different soap for their skin, so this study is about making cow's milk soap for skins. Procedures in making cow milk soap. Lye is a requirement when making soap. There are two types of lye, the sodium hydroxide for solid bars of soap and potassium hydroxide for liquid soap. Safety equipment is a must in making the soap, so that this includes goggles to protect the eyes, long sleeve in case of accidental splashes, and gloves to keep the hands from coming in contact with lye solution or raw soap butter. The step 1 in making milk soap is melt and mix the oils. Step 2 is mix the water and lye. It is the mixture of water and sodium hydroxide. Step 3 is pour the lye into the milk, sprinkle at a time. Step 4 is mix the oils with the lye water. Step 5, bring the soap mix to trays. Step 6, pour the fresh soap into the mold. And step 7, unmold the soap and slide it into bars.
So another introduction is cow's milk soap contains the minerals folate and selenium and vitamins B12 and D, which are vital for repairing and renewing the skin. So cow's milk soap does not only support the skin's moisturizing barrier, but it also packs a lot of suds. Cow's milk soap can be a great way to add diversity of products to a farm. The process of making cow's milk soap helps others to make their own handmade soap, and it gives them the idea of making soap. It is also an additional product that can be used to promote a business. Using cow's milk in place of water in the soap making recipe makes the bar more moisturizing. It also has anti-aging properties. This study was to understand the perception of community regarding the acceptance of dairy milk as a soap and also to determine the appropriate milk saponification method.
Research framework. Figure 1 conceptual framework diagram. This shows the input, process, and output diagram of the proposed system. In input, materials and ingredients required for the production of making dairy milk soap. In process, surveying the responders to determine their opinions and analyze the recently generated product. And in output, acceptability of dairy milk as a soap in terms of appearance, color, odor, and texture.
Objectives of the study. The main concern of this study is to determine the acceptance of dairy milk as a soap. Specifically, the researcher would like to answer the following questions. What is the demographic profile of the respondents in terms of their age, gender, family income? What is the level of acceptability of dairy milk as a soap in terms of appearance, color, odor, and texture? What is the perception of selective respondents regarding the acceptability of dairy milk as a soap? And last, is there a significant difference in the level of acceptability when respondents are grouped according to profile variables?
Methodology. Research design. The descriptive research design was used for this study. It makes use of questionnaire checklists for evaluation to discover product acceptability of dairy milk as ISO. The method used in this study is suitable because it includes scientific observations about making dairy milk as ISO that gives satisfaction to the consumer, and also this approach will make the study easier in collecting data for selecting respondents.
Subject and sampling process. The method used in this study is profitability sampling, where it is free from bias, which means that anyone in the population could participate as respondents. The second method in this study was to create a questionnaire wherein it includes the demographic profile of the selected respondents. The rating scale is present in gathering data. Through the questionnaires, the researchers will determine the demographic profile of the respondents in terms of their age, gender, family income, and the level of acceptability of dairy milk as a soap in terms of acceptance, color, odor, and texture, and the perception and significance differences in the level of acceptability of selective respondents by asking the respondents to rate from 5 as strongly agree, 4 somewhat agree, 3 neither agree nor disagree, 2 somewhat disagree, and 1 strongly disagree.
Data gathering instrument. The researchers used probability sampling, questionnaire, and rating scale method to gather data that can be used in this study. The analysis of data collection provides a variety of answers from selected respondents. In this study, the researchers will know and evaluate how many of the selected respondents agree and disagree about acceptability of dairy milk as ISO. The rate system from each selected respondents will help the study to count those who agree and disagree with the study, so that the reasons for agreeing and disagreeing can be further examined. The data collected from respondents is an important factor for this study.
Data gathering procedure. The researchers gather the information to have comprehensive awareness and understanding of the outcome of the study. In gathering data from selected respondents, the researcher will review the rating results answered in the questionnaires. The use of questionnaires in data collection is important because it makes it easier to the researchers for gathering answers in data of selected respondents.
Data analysis. The acceptability of dairy milk as a soap was determined to use Likert scale to measure respondents' attitudes by asking extent to which they agree or disagree with a particular questions or statement. The data was organized and presented in textual and tabular form. The data is described and analyzed using mean frequency and percentage.
Ethical consideration. This study was to determine the product acceptability of dairy milk as a soap. As a rapid and effective method of gathering information from people, the researchers present responders with questionnaires in order to collect the data necessary for the study. The chosen participants in this study have the option of declining to respond to the questionnaires that the researchers have provided. The respondents are free in answering and choosing their answers in the questionnaires.